everybody in YouTube land. This is Lucius Accelerated, and I am on a Christmas Eve ride. It's Christmas Eve in Ohio, and it's actually warm enough to go riding. Right now it is right around 50 degrees, and usually this time of year it's in the 30s, and we probably got a little bit of snow on the ground, so I am very, very happy to have a chance to go riding today. And so if I get this up in time, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or whatever holiday you might be celebrating. Looks like I'm not the only one taking advantage of the nice weather today. I'm not going to talk while I'm at the stoplight here. Back to a wired microphone. I got rid of the Cena backpack that I was using because I think it was having an issue with the GoPro Hero 3 where every once in a while it messed with the settings and the GoPro video was pretty much all whited out. You can see that in one of my other videos where I kind of showed what was going on with that. So I took off the Cena, and I haven't seen that problem occur again, so I really have to say that it must be the backpack that was doing it somehow. But so now I'm back to a wired microphone. I do not have a wind cover on it, like one of those little foam thingies, so sorry if the wind is a little bit bad. I'm not going to stay on the highway very long, so we'll go back to easier time hearing me. But one nice thing about going back to the wired microphone is that I can now once again motovlog as well as listen to music from my phone through the Cena headset. So I do look forward to that. But besides that, I wanted to talk a little bit about wrecking on your motorcycle. Now, I've been riding since 1999. Not full-time, but pretty much most of that. This is the 6th motorcycle I've owned, and I just recently had my 2nd wreck. I have a video of that as well. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put a little link, up here. But that was just me being stupid. I wasn't riding very well. Picked a bad line, had a little target fixation, and ended up running into a curb and flipping off my bike. And what should have been a pretty simple, easy accident, but it turned out to be one that put me in the hospital with a few broken bones. And just really kind of landed wrong. But in any case, my family, at least my kids and such, they don't really want me riding anymore. And they don't really understand how when you are a motorcycle rider, it's something that you enjoy to the level of you just don't give it up because you had an accident. It's like, if you get in a car accident, that doesn't mean you're going to stop driving. But they see it as, well, motorcycles aren't necessary, I don't ride a motorcycle, and you can't compare it to being in a car accident. I'm like, well, fine, if you can't compare it. The point is, motorcycling, I don't do it to get anywhere. I don't really use my motorcycle to commute. I ride a motorcycle because I really enjoy riding. Just something about the, being a little bit more in touch with the elements, so you're like out in the atmosphere instead of just seeing it out the window of your car. You feel it more, you smell it. You're much more exposed, and there's just a freedom to it that I can't really explain. It's kind of like when I used to ride a bicycle as a kid, just getting on that bike and knowing that I could just go anywhere. That's kind of the feeling I have on a motorcycle, and it's not something you just give up because you made a mistake and had an accident. And I wish non-riders could understand that, but they don't. They don't get it. You know, even today, you know, I told them I was going to go out for a ride and it's Christmas Eve, and they're like, really, you're going to do this to me today? And I'm like, you know, I'm not really doing anything to you. I'm going for a ride. And granted, if I got in an accident, got in the hospital again, or even worse, if I died, yeah, that on Christmas Eve would really suck. But, you know, I could go in my car somewhere and get in a bad accident as well. Point is, this is something I really enjoy, something I don't plan on giving up, and I just wish that people that didn't ride would try it, you know, and maybe they'd see what it's all about. Speaking of, my dad, who is in his 60s, who's never owned a motorcycle before, is actually planning on taking a riding course in January or February in Florida, and they provide the bikes and everything, helmets and all that, so he doesn't have to do anything except for pay for the class, and they will teach him the basics of riding a motorcycle. And they even give him a little slip of paper that he can take to the B&B and get his motorcycle endorsement. Now, he's not 100% sure if motorcycling is something he wants to get in or not, but the fact is that I'm into it, my brother is into it, and he knows that we like to go on these motorcycle trips every year, and we'd love to have him along, and he thinks that it might be a good idea, so he's taking the course to see if it's something he wants to get into. And I'm really hoping that he gets as much enjoyment out of it as I do. But I think people that don't ride just don't understand that it's not just a hobby. It's not just something that we do because we're like thrill seekers or something crazy like that. There's just so much enjoyment out of it. It's like someone who loves to sing. They just love to sing, you know. It doesn't matter even if they're good at it. They just enjoy it. And they don't want to give it up. So that was my little comment, rant, whatever you want to call it, on motorcycling and how people that don't ride just don't understand that even if you crash, that doesn't mean that you're going to stop riding. It's been just over 3 months since my wreck, and I've had this replacement motorcycle over a month already, so it's really only about a month, well, I'd say closer to 2 months that I went without riding, and it sucked. I mean, I was in a bad mood. I mean, granted, I was hurt and in pain for a little bit of that, but I wasn't as happy. So one of the things I really dislike about Ohio is the fact that usually this time of year the bike's already put away, and I'm thinking about all those people that pay to have their bikes stored for the winter at, you know, the different motorcycle dealerships around here. I'm like, are they going to there and asking if they can take it back out, or are they pretty much just screwed saying, I'm sorry that the weather's nice, but your bike's already put up for the winter and you don't get it back until spring? I really don't know how that works. Luckily, I have a good place to put my bike, but I bought some warmer gear, and I hope to ride at least once a month all through winter. And that's not even just to keep my YouTube channel going, because my YouTube channel is still very much in its infancy. But I do like to put up new videos when I can, and you know, I even noticed, even with me being down from the accident, I was still getting new subscribers once in a while, which was awesome, because I kind of felt like the channel was just going to die. But I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad people have stuck with me and more people have joined. Last count, I was up to 175 subscribers, and I was thinking it would be cool to make it to 100 this year, and you know, here I am almost at 200. So thank you to everybody that has been watching and subscribing and commenting and liking. I really appreciate it. I know a lot of people from the FZ07 community came by just because they had the same bike, so hopefully they'll still get some enjoyment out of my content, even though I'm not on the same bike as them anymore. Well, what's cool is I will be able to do some comparisons. I have only put a little over 100 miles on this bike so far, so I am not yet going to do a comparison from this to the FZ07. Granted, they're much different bikes, even though, other than the fact that they're both naked sport bikes, they're quite different. But but I will do a comparison video probably next month if I get out riding some more. But I don't want to keep this video any longer than it needs to be, so thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the like button, that helps me out, and I will see you next time. Be safe.